Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Don't know what voice that was. Hello. Drag Race finale is tomorrow. Let's talk. There's some exciting stuff coming. Yes, I'm very excited for this finale. Can't wait to see who will be officially crowned on. Yeah. Hello. I'm nervous and excited because obviously finale. And yeah, I don't know who's going to win, and that's what's making me nervous. But I'm excited to see someone win. I'm excited for the season to be over. Who do we think is going to win? I'm going to be very curious to see who wins. Yeah, I did. I heard that. I heard that she's going to be a virtual judge, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. That'll be an interesting thing to see. I'm not sure what episode or any of the above, but I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Hopefully they do some good Kylie Minogue lip syncs during the season as well. That'd be nice. Excuse me. But I think it'll be a good season for sure. I'm excited for it. I think Down Under's one of the things I'm most excited to get into for this new season to start with new queens, because I'm ready for season 13 to be over. I love the cast, but I'm ready for it to be over. It's been a long season. It's crazy to think that the season started January 1st and now it is April 22nd and it's not going to be done until tomorrow. I have not seen Camp Wanakiki. I've heard about it and I've been tempted to watch it. I just never have seen it. Maybe I can do reviews for it. I'm not sure. I might do that actually. If I'm looking for content to create, that'd be a pretty fun thing to do. I know of one of the queens who's in it. I know I've seen her in Mary Mangle's channel. Yeah, I know. I saw. There's gonna be a lot going on this summer, I think. Excuse me. My guess is we're probably gonna get All Stars this summer. All Star 6, probably starting around June, if I were to guess. So starting the summer, of course, like I said. So my guess is we will probably be having All Stars and Spain around the same time. Again, who knows? Maybe Down Under will end first. I'm not sure what the timeline is actually looking like, but those should all be airing around the same time-ish. And then after that, I think we're getting Canada and Holland. And yeah, there's a lot. And then the fall, we should be getting my guess is Dragula is gonna be in the fall. Again, I could be wrong. Could be in the winter. I think it's me this year. I hope it is. I think they said it would. But yeah, no, I haven't seen Camp Wanakiki. I can give that a shot and see what I think, but I don't know. But tomorrow we have the finale for season 13, like I was saying, and it's a 2-hour finale. So that's me interesting. Favorite lip sync of the season is gonna have to be 100% Pure Love with Denali and Kimura, because Denali I think killed it. And my personal least favorite, or actually maybe even the lip sync between Simone and Candy was also, I really enjoyed that one. My least favorite lip sync might have been Shackles, just because I didn't really, Shackles, I think. Or Mary. Yeah. I think that was my least favorite. I don't know. It's fine. It's just I wasn't a huge fan of the song. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But the season's had some pretty good lip syncs, honestly, I think. Overall. Yeah, exactly. I think it's been a very heavy performance based season, and I think the queens have been doing a pretty good job with it. I think the production did a really good job with casting the queens for the season, if that makes sense. It's weird that it's gonna be over now because it's been a third of the year now, basically, of one season, but I'm almost gonna miss it at this point, which is weird because it's not something I would think I would miss. I mean, I'm happy we're moving forward, but there are parts of it I'm gonna miss for sure. I like the cast a lot. The cast this season I've really, really enjoyed, and I think that's what I'm gonna miss the most. But it is nice to get new queens and all the above. Because obviously All Stars is coming up right around the corner. Down Under starts next week. Yeah, we have some exciting stuff coming. I will be reviewing Down Under, by the way. Yeah. If Candy I can't see them giving Candy the crown. That's my thing. Like, even if Candy is in the top 2, I don't think they would give Candy the crown. But then again, if they do, I just can't imagine how angry some of the fan base would get if Candy were to get the crown, you know? Just because I feel like she's gotten a lot of hate throughout the season, unfortunately. So that would make me nervous. If it's a double crowning, that would be nice. I would love a double crowning between Simone and Gottmik. I don't necessarily think we'll get that, but I don't know. I mean, I'd be okay with it, I think, this season. Just because also it's been such a long season that like a double crowning would be fine with me. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do it though. Who knows? I'm just ready for to know who's the winner. I'm excited and nervous. Excuse me. But my review for tomorrow's episode, will be coming out as soon as I finish the episode, of course, because that's how I do things. I try to be one of the first reviews out there, because obviously that's how I get the most views, ultimately, just because I'm still not quite being suggested by YouTube at the rate in which other people are. So as soon as other people put out their reviews, my videos get pushed down even more. So that's when I get it out as soon as I can. I'm surprised that they're bringing back someone from All Stars 2. I think if it's at the point of where they're bringing back someone who's on All Stars 2, then maybe that's a sign that we should take a little bit of a break between All Star seasons. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like I feel like we need more time in between All Star seasons so we can get some actual All Stars. Not meant to be shady, just being honest. I do feel like when you try to do it every year, that you end up bringing on queens who might not necessarily be as much of an all-star. I don't know. Like, now they're going into All-Stars 2 to bring people, you know? Like, it was different when it was All-Stars 1 because All-Stars 1 was obviously teams. So, like, you're giving those queens a second chance to come back. That makes sense to me. Whereas All Stars 2 was such a successful season that it feels a little weird to bring back queens from All Stars 2 to me. But yeah, I don't know. I want, like, there are a few queens I definitely want on All Stars still. Like, I would love to see Dita Ritz, Jaden Dior Fierce, Heidi, Widow, obviously a bunch of season 12 queens. Who else do? I would love to see Willem. I know Willem's not going to do it, but I would love to see Willem. There are a lot of queens I would love to see on All Stars, but I don't think they're going to be putting on All Stars. I thought that they would be putting. I remember there was rumor that Dita Ritz was going to be on All Stars 6, but then that seems to not be the case. I don't know. There are a few queens who I want to see on All Stars for sure, but this cast is pretty good, honestly. We'll have to see. I'm curious to see if Asia O'Hara and Cameron Michaels would ever do All Stars as well. Yeah. I think they would. I don't know when. I mean, they have plenty of gigs right now, so it's not like they're looking for... Hello. Welcome. I figured I would go live today to talk about Drag Race stuff, because obviously the finale is tomorrow. We have some exciting stuff coming for sure. I will be reviewing the finale tomorrow night, like I was saying earlier. Yeah. Obviously, next week we have Down Under on, I believe it's coming out May 1st. I'm not quite sure of the time, but as soon as I watch it, I will be reviewing it for you guys for sure. So I'm really excited for that. There's a lot of things I'm excited for, though. Also, I don't know if y'all saw my video yesterday. I'm doing well. Just taking everything day by day, trying to keep up the content, keep up the channel growth, obviously, because like that's where I'm really trying to hone in on. Oh yeah, no, season 9 is amazing. I need Peppermint on an All Stars as well. Ah, got you. Yeah, that sucked. Damn. Well, I'm sure you might want to stay off Twitter, because I'm sure it's gonna be all over Twitter and Instagram as soon as it's announced. Oh God, I can't believe it's gonna be over finally. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sure it's gonna be everywhere. I'm stressed. Well, not stressed, but I'm excited. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I would love to see Gottmik crowned. I would love to see Simone crowned. Yeah. I could see Gottmik or Simone. I'm nervous. Because I know Gottmik has since shaved their head, so I don't know if that was during the finale or what. But I'm curious to see what that's about. Because obviously when we saw the reunion, Gottmik's head wasn't shaved, so I'm curious to see if that was during the finale. We'll have to see. I wonder if that's gonna be one of their... I don't think so. Maybe? That'd be weird. I'm curious. But who do y'all think is gonna win? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird because all over social media, I see people wanting Rosé. And for me, at least, I feel like I haven't really been able to connect to Rosé during this season, just because I feel like Rosé's storyline has basically been, oh, I'm a perfectionist. Oh, I need to be more, like, I don't get it. I feel like we don't know who Rosé is a little bit. That's fair. That's a fair point about All Stars, especially with like the rate that they are putting out new seasons of All Stars. Obviously, I mean we're at season 6 now. I'm sure they're probably going to start production of All Stars 7 right after season 14. Speaking of which, season 14 is... I'm excited for season 14. I'm excited to see who they cast. There are a few queens that I really want to see. I would love to see some more Chicago drag queens on season 14. I would also love to... I feel like we need to give New York a little bit of a break for season 14, just because there's been so many New York queens. I could see that. I mean, Candy is a very good lip syncer, in my opinion. Again, maybe that's just me. But I could definitely see Candy doing well in a lip sync, because it is a lip sync for the crown. Speaking of which, I'm tired of the lip sync for the crown. I want them to change it up. You know, because like ever since season 9, they've been trying to do this lip sync for the crown, and I feel like each season hasn't really lived up to what season 9 was, because Sasha Velour's wig moment was so iconic that, like, I feel like they're trying to live up to that, and it just doesn't, you know? Yeah, no, I love this top 4. I think this is a very strong top 4, and I'm really excited by them. I'm excited to see how they do with this lip sync for the crown. I'm curious what the auditorium, sure, what the audience is going to look like. Obviously, I don't think there will be an audience. I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah, exactly. I would love that. At this point, like, season 9 was Shay's season to win, right? And then they did that big gag. And then Sasha obviously won, Sasha Velour. And then season 10 is like everyone started bringing things to be revealed and stuff. And it's getting to the point where, like, everyone is trying to pile on reveal after reveal after reveal to get the crown. And, like, that, I don't know. It's an interesting thing for sure. Which is why I'm saying I feel like we should go back to the old ways a little bit, maybe. Or do something different. I don't know. Nice. That's awesome. I love the UK Drag Race. Drag Race UK is honestly... Season 2 of Drag Race UK, I think, was better than season 13, in my opinion. I think the cast was really, really great for UK, and I also think because it's a different franchise, to me at least, it feels fresher than season 13, because obviously season 13, this is the 13th season of Drag Race US, and I feel like it's starting to get a little bit stale. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I heard. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that. It's interesting because they definitely edit it to make it seem a certain way, which is fine. I get it. It's a TV show. It's a reality show. I understand. But also, I'm like, I'd maybe change it up. Yeah, no. UK drag queens just seem really neat. Again, I only see queens on Drag Race because in the UK I only see queens on Drag Race. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I would love to get to know what the local drag scene is like in the UK. I want to get to know what a lot of drag scenes are like off of Drag Race, if that makes sense. Because I feel like in order to truly appreciate the art form of drag, it's important to know what it's like off the show. Because obviously it was off the show. It was drag was existing before Drag Race, and it will exist after Drag Race, you know? Nice, nice. I heard about this. Yeah, I was watching Maddie Rance's panel on Sunday, and they mentioned that. I didn't know that before, but I was like, wow, that's interesting. Again, it goes back to, like, editing it for a reality show, because obviously it's a reality show, so you're not gonna, like, be, you know, you want to produce it to tell a certain story. What was I saying? Brooklyn, right. I was going to talk about Brooklyn, actually, now that you mentioned Brooklyn. It's interesting because I think Brooklyn has now put herself in a different different area where she can't really come back to compete on an All-Stars now, because Brooklyn has obviously hosted Drag Race Canada, or Canada's Drag Race. So it's like you can't really do both. It's interesting. Anyways, I was just thinking about that earlier. Like, I don't think Brooklyn can ever come back now for an All-Stars, because obviously now she's a host. But then again, Pangina is coming to compete in All Stars International. So who knows, you know? All Stars International is going to be really cool. I'm excited for that. I'm curious if they're going to call it All Stars International or what they're going to call it. Because obviously Drag Race Down Under, I originally thought it was Drag Race Australia. Again, it's Down Under because it's obviously Australia and New Zealand. I just didn't know. But some exciting stuff for sure. I'm curious to see who goes against who for this lip sync. Because, like, they definitely can set it up certain ways. Again, it goes back to, like, producing a reality show. They can definitely set it up so it goes a certain way where, like, certain queens will compete against certain queens in for individual lip syncs. So I'm curious to see what they do with that. Like, will we get a Gottmik versus Candy, or are we going to get a Gottmik versus Simone? Oh, wow. Huh. That's awesome. Well, congratulations for getting back into it. You know, that's awesome. And for auditioning, that's really exciting. I heard Gigi actually disqualified herself because she recorded her performance or was going to record her performance in like a soundstage or something like that, which basically disqualified her. I don't know how legit, how realistic that is, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, no, that's awesome though. I'm obviously just now getting into drag. I'm not trying to say I'm like an actual drag queen at this point. I don't know at what point you can really call yourself a drag queen though, to be fair. But I'm trying to get into drag, and I've really enjoyed it so far. Obviously, I'm mostly focusing on the makeup right now, but that's the part I really enjoy right now. In wigs, I keep buying more wigs. I need to stop buying wigs, but it's fine. I do have my favorite wig, of course. My wig collection is getting insane, though. That's what I was thinking, because, like, if Gigi and Simone are on an All-Star together, that'd be wild. But also, I mean, Mick could still win, you know, or are they? Like, I'm not trying to count them out yet. Okay. Well, I've never performed as a thing. Like, I've literally only done this for my YouTube stuff. Like, I've only gone into the drag makeup for YouTube, which is obviously how this all really started. Well, not all really started, but yeah. There's a lot of fair. I'm really, not to like boost myself up too much, but I'm really proud of myself for like actually continuing to practice and actually like continuing to do makeup with it. Fair. That's a really good point. I don't think I would audition for Drag Race in a long time, because for a long time, I should say, maybe season like 17, if it's still going. Like, it's gonna be a while for me before I would feel confident enough to audition. But thanks. Yeah. But I would love to eventually compete on something like that, whether it be Drag Race or Dragula or something completely different. I could see that, but also I feel like maybe it's okay to let Jan be on her own, because I feel like everyone's been comparing Jan and Renee, and I'm like, I get it, but also, which is interesting because obviously Simone and Gigi are in the same sort of situation, and then you also have Dahlia Sin and Candy Muse. Like, they're all sort of in the same sort of groups, not same groups, but same sort of situation, if that makes sense. I'm just saying, I feel like Drag Race at some point is going to have to end, obviously. Either it's going to have to end or they're going to try to find a new host. And I don't see how they could. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm curious because I don't know who would take over. I would love to see Bob host it, but I don't think Bob would. Yeah, which is the same thing with Simona and Gigi. It's interesting because they're all in sort of trios, if that makes sense. Because there's Stephanie Child, which has Jan, Rosé, and Laguna, and then the Dollhouse, which is Dahlia, Candy, and Janelle. And then there's I don't know the House of Avalon, but there's Simone, Gigi, and Rosie Thorne, who I can also see coming for a later season. I could see Michelle stepping up to host, but I feel like they would also. I don't know how long she would be doing it for either, you know? Yeah, exactly. Mick is the only one to not have anyone who has been on Drag Race, which is wild. Rosé is Lemon's grandmother? Wait, I thought Keisha Carr was Lemon's drag grandmother, I thought. And then I'm pretty sure Rosé is Keisha's daughter. I could be wrong. I know there's a bunch of a lot of the queens in New York have different drag families and stuff. But yeah. I really wanted Laguna Blue to be on season 14. I don't know if she's gonna do it. I also don't know how many New York queens they're gonna cast because there have been so many New York queens, and I think people are wanting a wider range of queens, if that makes sense. So I don't know about that one, but I would also love to see Rosie Thorne on it at some point. And Janelle, obviously, and Laguna. So the three of them, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. There's so many drag families on Drag Race. That's crazy. Yeah, we have. I actually made a video where I looked about all the queens and where they're all from. Anyways, I think we've had 2 or 3. I think we have 3 queens from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know Pork Chop. Yeah, 3. Pork Chop, Stacey Lane Matthews, and Heidi. Because I still count Heidi as a North Carolina queen, even though she lives in LA now. I think she still counts as a North Carolina queen. Although she's lived in LA probably for almost a year now. I don't think we have. Not that I saw. Again, I could be wrong. Like some of my data might have been wrong, but I don't think we've had a queen from Hawaii. There are a few states we haven't had a queen from, I'm pretty sure. But maybe eventually. And yet we've had a queen from France on the show. I know she's a New York queen, but like originally from France. Excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a French drag race soon. Yeah, that's fair. All Stars 1 has had so many queens come back. Yeah. Okay, that's a fair point because I was looking also at I I did my UK3 cast review or video, and I was looking at where they were from, and a lot of them said they, according to the information I found, the information said a lot of them were from London, which is interesting. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it was interesting to see. I'm excited for UK3. I'm really excited for it. Really? 7? When was this that they said this? Because I've heard there were like 3 before, which I think were down under Spain and Holland, but I could be wrong. I think we're gonna eventually get a drag race. France, maybe I want a Latin American drag race because we don't have any Latin American countries hosting a drag race, and that needs to happen. Because I don't really count the Switch as drag race. I mean, I know it is now, but it didn't start out as one. So I would love to see some Latin American countries having their own drag race. Drag Race Brazil, I'm shocked we don't have at this point. But yeah. I mean, there's so many different franchises of Drag Race now. It's crazy. That's fair, yeah. I'm just saying, Drag Race Brazil, I'm surprised they haven't done. I've seen so many different Drag Race fans on Instagram Live saying, love from Brazil, blah, blah, or like, hello from Brazil. And I'm surprised because the Brazilian fan base seems to be very large. So I'm surprised they haven't come out with the Drag Race Brazil yet. Drag Race Greece? That's interesting. Never thought about that one. I think France I could see happening. I can see Italy maybe. I don't know. I'm honestly surprised we don't have any Latin American countries, like I said. Obviously, we had Drag Race Thailand, but that's no longer a thing. So I would love another Asian country to host a drag race. Maybe Drag Race India? I don't think that would happen, but maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, why not somewhere, like, completely different from what we've had? Because I feel like we've had a lot of European countries hosting Drag Race. Yeah. There's, like, I can see a lot of different European countries hosting it, but also at the same time, I'm like, I want somewhere that's not in Europe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Obviously we have Canada, but there's Spain, Holland, UK. Like, you see what I'm saying? Maybe. I don't know if that would happen. I don't know. Yeah, I could see Mexico. That's what I'm saying. I want to see some Latin American or Central American or somewhere South American, somewhere else hosting. I'm just excited for this new season of Down Under. Down Under. I'm just saying it could literally be anywhere. Like, I know there's certain countries that won't do it, but like, it seems like everywhere's getting a franchise now. It's crazy. Not crazy, but it's a lot. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I want more wide representation than just Europe. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm probably gonna log off in about 10 or so minutes because I'm getting hungry. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I know Chile hosted this, which I guess is technically Drag Race now, but I don't know if it's still being made. We'll have to see. No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I would love to see a wider range, though. I'm from North Carolina. I've lived in North Carolina my entire life, actually. I'd love to leave and go somewhere else, but for now, I'm in North Carolina. If I were to like fully get into drag and like actually really do drag, I would love to live in Chicago, because the Chicago drag scene just looks so cool to me. Like I would love to see Chicago drag. Yeah, I'm North Carolina, been born and raised. Not wanting to stay here too much longer, but hey, it's where I can afford to live right now. Just moving is a lot. We'll have to see. I would think that the Drag Race US would end first, but who knows? I think if the views start dipping for regular Drag Race, I think they're gonna have to come up with something, a way to almost revamp it a little bit, because I feel like it is starting to get a little bit stale. And I'm worried about it. But we'll have to see what happens. I want a winner's season. I know that's probably not going to happen for a while, but I would love to see a winner's season. I want to see Bob compete again. That's what I want. I want to see Bob, Jinx, Monet, so many different queens on one season. I think that'd be awesome. And Bianca, like, think about it. Think about how cool that would be. Oh yeah, no, the representation for in Drag Race, I feel like could be much better. And I feel like we're starting to get to a place where, like, I mean, obviously Gottmik is a trans man, but we've now officially had an AFAB, well, a trans man on Drag Race, which is a big deal. And I wanted even more representation. I would love to see drag kings on Drag Race. I would love to see all forms of drag on Drag Race, and for it to just be like a huge collection of drag artists. Like I feel like Dragula does a very good job at that, and I would love to see that for Drag Race as well. Yeah. I might be logging off soon just because I need to eat. There's a lot of things that need to change, I feel like. I don't know, like I saw that contract video, but there's also like it might say that, but the way that it's interpreted might be different. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. It was an interesting choice for Bussy to make that video, is what I'm trying to say, I guess, ultimately. Especially if she ever wants to be on Drag Race. That was it. That was a choice. All right. I think I am going to go ahead and log out. It's been nice talking to y'all. I need to eat. Yeah, we'll have to see if that ever happens. But I'm gonna go ahead and log out. It's been nice talking. I need to eat something. It's noon here, so I will talk to y'all later. I will be posting my review of tomorrow night, so definitely check it out. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.